she's a judo a Pan American Judo Confederation confirmed that she died on the 22nd at 34.
That was 2 days ago.
She's a judo competitor.
Wait, what she die of?
Cuban.
Unknown reasons. Haven't released yet. Family wants privacy.
Judo mistake. She did like.
She did like make it to the next day.
She was the Pan American Judo champion in 2013 and 14 and took home the silver at the 2016 games.
It's not gold, bro. I don't care.
Jesus Christ, bro. I'm sorry to the family, I guess.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, they didn't say what happened, but
yeah, they're not going
to.
34 is crazy.
The punch of death or something and fucked up and
it reversed.
Yeah,
it backfired.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Weasley won looking ass.
All right, cool.
Whose episode is it?
It's mine. Say something unhinged because we can't. Well, I could use that first part, but I need something else to go in.
Please don't.
Please do.
No,
go.
Something unhinged?
Yeah.
I was messaging a guy who's been wanting me to find him a gal to top him. And he's straight. So I messaged him and he said, "Wow, I got catfished so hard by you right now. I'm waiting for my plug who's named Leo to reply to me for my shit." But then it said Lee, and then I opened the message and it was just dick. And I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Wait, he asked you to find him a girl, but you sent him a dick pic.
A gal. I guess haven't told you guys a doll.
I don't know.
Do we know a doll? Do we know that term?
No,
sex
bro,
doll?
it's not my world.
A sex doll. I don't know.
No, so a gal or a doll is a transition what is it? A trans woman. The trans woman.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is it someone who's fully trans or like in the process, or it doesn't matter?
That's complicated.
Up to the beholder?
That's kind of. It's kind of complicated. It's kind of up to you what you define as that. But even then, you're kind of like supposed to go off what the trans person is, their definition is, and what they consider themselves.
I saw a TikTok about this. It was like, you guys obviously know what femboys are, right?
No.
Yeah, you do. Shut up. Anyway, it was just like, is it
wishes?
Is it if you're attracted to a femboy, does that make you gay?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. Or bi-curious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't it? I think not that I'm asking you. I'm just like I'm just confused for the internet. Why the internet is like
surprised?
Is it or isn't it? It's why would you think that it isn't?
The main argument is that they're attracted to the features. You know, like they seem feminine. You know, for the most part, up until you obviously reach the anatomy part of them having a dick.
Okay,
it's just like I don't know, dude.
Let me follow up a question with that one.
Okay.
So you didn't even introduce us, by the way.
Welcome to the podcast.
He said he wanted something unhinged.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's good.
This is not even unhinged. It's just a whole topic.
Well, now we're into it. No, we're unhinged.
So,
hold on. Welcome to the podcast. If this is your first time, we heard from a friend. This is Lee. That's Steve. My name's Richard. Anyway, go.
So follow up question for that was like, what if you just look at their features and you're like, oh, like that's a pretty person. Okay. But you don't think anything of it. Does attraction fall under you trying to hit on them, or attraction in the sense of you'd be like,
that's different. I feel like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I mean, like everybody, whether you're a woman or a guy, it's pretty like, not common. I will say common, where you'll see features on another person and you're of the same gender, and you could be like, oh, you know what? They're objectively handsome, objectively beautiful, or whatever.
Right.
But I don't think it'll means that you're gay or anything like that, unless you specifically say I'm sexually attracted, you know?
Like, man, I'd raw dog that femboy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Basically, I think that's what it is. Well, what was the saying again, fellas? Is it gay to want to date a femboy? Or what was the fucking statement?
Is it if you're attracted to them, are you gay?
Well, yeah, that's basically like, fellas, is it gay to be attracted to femboys? You know how there's like that whole meme of like, fellas, is it gay to insert the most like base level man shit thing here?
I just saw it. I saw the TikTok and it was him like showing anime for the most part. Like it was a joke, obviously. It was meant to be a joke, but it was like an anime character that's clearly dressed feminine, very feminine features, right? But then they're like, character? I don't remember. But then they're like, you know, they're men, you know, they have a dick at the end of the day, at least, and they identify as men.
Right. So I think it's just if it's just a matter of like, oh, that person's pretty, and if you're attracted to them, then I think you're just attracted to the look. But if you're going out of your way to look for femboys, then I don't know. That's a little that I don't know. There are some people that could just exist and just don't give the extra thought and don't like, they'll just like handle people asking questions or saying something as it goes. But for me, like, I would want to prepare a like, okay, so I'm this, but if someone says this, then I'm gonna say this, or if someone says that, then I'll say that, because I feel like for me and the shit that I've done, I know that when I mention certain things, it's gonna elicit certain responses, so I prepare like answers, basically, or responses,
follow-ups.
Yeah, because it's like,
makes sense.
I don't know. I want to make sure that I'm coming off correctly, and I don't want to be misinterpreted or you know, words twisted. I just want to make sure it's perfectly clear, especially when it comes to like sexuality or whatever. Yeah. It's a spectrum for the most part, and I'm always I've said it on here where I'm like, identify as gay, have dabbled in things, so I'm like, I'm not opposed to like whatever happens, but predominantly gay, so hence why I just say gay instead of the whole like,
this and that and that and that.
And I think that we should just like love people, man. Because I do think that, but like that just feels like a longer explanation than just saying
just come. Gay. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that if you see a feminine man, I guess, or whatever, who for the most part they come off as looking like a woman, and you're attracted to that, I think that's fair to say, like, you know what, like maybe your brain just can't differentiate. You can't differentiate it. In the end of the day, you're kind of like attracted to it. But I think it's like a whole nother step where you're just like, you know, the dick is there, or
right, like,
and you're just like,
well, that's where that omnisexual thing comes in place. Right, I just learned that.
I think that's where that's why I'm like, I know there are some people that are just like, nah, we ball, fuck it, I don't care, I'm into like what I'm looking at. Obviously I'm just gonna be into it, I'm just
you're
gonna
attracted
go for
to whatever's
in
front of you.
I'm not even thinking about like all that going on, or maybe they're not even interested in that, maybe they're interested in like the other side or whatever. Like there are people like that, so that's why I'm like, for me though, that is like, that makes me like, okay, now I gotta think about myself for a little bit. Okay, like, you know, self-reflection, that's what that causes. I know there's some people that are just like, nice ass and you're cute, fuck yeah, and that's all they need. That's all they fucking need. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, hey, more power to you, by all means. I wish I didn't have the brain that I have sometimes that makes me feel like, what is life? I look at some tits and I'm like, those are nice. Fuck, what am I?
Oh my!
It's like, hey, what do you think about
what will I do?
Do you think that guy's attractive? You know, I just woke up today and I was like, why again?
Yeah,
that's kind of what literally what the fuck you just fucking said, because that had nothing to do with what is life. Had nothing to do with attract.
I mean, basically, it's like, yeah, no, I'll fall asleep and then I'll wake up and because of like some man that did some shit, I'll literally think to myself like, is it even worth it? Do I even want to be gay anymore? Bro, assuming that it's even a choice for me, I'm just like, do I even want to deal with this?
Never mind. I thought we were going in an existential thing. And I was like, bro, that's two videos. I was like, bro, that's two videos in a row now where it's a call for help.
Existential in the sense of personality or like self-being, not existential in the sense of like, what is even life? Do I even want to try anymore? Nothing like that. No.
You question yourself if you were gay? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it's basically like,
or is it worth being gay? Is that
exactly? Yeah. Like, is it worth all this hassle and headache? Do I really want to just keep dealing with this bullshit most of the time? No.
While we're on bullshit, I did didn't mean to ask you guys. I know we did a episode about it like a while ago. We were like, what is your ick, back in the day? But I was thinking about it again lately, and I was just more like, what are pet peeves that really piss you off? And just because for me, I was like, I don't know what it is lately. Just human what was the incompetency? Is that the word? Is that how you pronounce? Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off, dude. But it's just more like you know what's like
common sense kind of stuff, like base level common sense. But like I understand base level common sense is different for everyone. But I feel like
I think it's the mindset of like the people who see just black and white.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like, and they think, and they're okay with that, knowing damn well that they're not always gonna be right, but they just decide to see the world in black and white. So they're just,
it's just, like, I get that part. I think that's something different from what I mean, though. I'm meaning things that seem like, bro, everybody should know how to do this type of thing, but it's like specifically
like parallel park,
people parking, people. Fucking if you're on the road driving, you should know how to fucking follow the basic traffic laws. That's all I'm saying. Like,
use your fucking signals.
Yeah, but like my biggest fucking thing for seeing anybody driving is just like them making a right turn or whatever, and they take it slow as fuck. And I mean, like, dude, you see them going for it, and it's just like they literally almost stop like right in the middle of that turn, and I'm just go.
Like they slow down on the actual like curb, and it's like, bro, go, or I'm gonna push you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I hate, and this is just kind of tanging onto that. Is just because it happened today. Is people who are like turning, like same thing, are making a turn, and for whatever reason, they want to swing wide and get into the middle lane. It's like, dude, just swing on your lane. It's your right lane. Like everybody out here in a fucking Mini Coupe thinking they're driving a fucking F-150.
Especially in like the scenario where it's like obviously someone oncoming is making the left.
You're both making that turn in.
Right. So you're supposed to both do it at the same time.
Yeah.
And the rule is, and the rule of the road is, you're supposed to go in to the closest one towards
lane,
you. Yeah. Not the middle one or the far left one, because that's delegated to that car. If there ain't nobody around, or if they're spacing and they're taking a little while,
you can.
Let's go for it, because I've done those shit.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone has.
You're allowed to do that if there's no other vehicle, because it's like it's just you. But if it's like both of you are coming in,
bro,
I hate that shit.
I feel like that's base level shit. My stuff is I don't know. I think it's I don't know. Some people have like no real like not chill, but there's like a lack of like, I don't want to say consideration, but like I've met some guys and some people that will just say like the most. Like they say uncuffed shit or shit off the cuff around you, and so you're just like, okay, I don't think they're gonna act like that around new people or people I'm introducing them to, and then they still do it, and it's like,
that's crazy,
bro. So you're like this just with people for the first time ever? Oh my god! All right, crazy.
I'm not understanding completely. Can you give an example?
So one time when I met, oh my god. One time when I was obviously I went out with a friend and I was gonna go out with this guy. Me and my friend ended up meeting him out in Santa Monica, and we're hanging out, and then me and my friend obviously we're joking. It's very obvious. It's very apparent. I'm like, oh my god, your fucking titties. Oh my god, like we're like joking. We're shooting the shit. We're just being super, off each other. Yeah, we're just being super over the top, and he's just like, yeah, your tits, yeah, they're big, yeah, they're nice, yeah.
Ew. Yeah, I was like, straight.
The TBD, I guess.
Oh, dope.
He wasn't sure.
I mean, I was there with the intention of like we were gonna meet up anyways. And I just wanted to invite a friend because he was like, oh, I told him where I was at, and he was like, oh yeah, just bring your friend. I was like, okay, sure, fuck it, whatever. I felt weird because I was at her place, and if I went out with someone else when I was hanging out with her, it felt weird. So I was like, yeah, come along. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Shit, for all we know, we're just hanging out, and it was really fucking weird. He just didn't obviously pick up on the cue, and then I've had one person that would just say like, he wouldn't say. I mean, it's okay. it's a little iffy for some people. I understand that it's a no-go for whatsoever, but I met a guy who would not casually, but say the R word. Not ER or hard R. It's the mentally handy.
Yeah, I got it.
So he would say that a lot, mentally or like a decent amount, especially when when we're playing video games, the tilt would kick in, and for us, it's like creativity spawns really fun things to say. I think that's also why I like to say whenever shit happens in a game, I'm very quick to just be like, you weren't dropped, you were smacked so hard, you're doing the dumbest shit ever. Are you thinking what's going on? Like, that's where I go. I say you're so stupid that there's extra, just it was put upon you because you're so dumb. he's like, inconvenience happens and he's like, oh, you're fucking insert word there, and I'm like,
sick,
crazy. So I preface like, okay, we're gonna hang out with some friends, they're kind of like PC, so like be chill, you know. And nope, that didn't stop it at all. Nope, there was like a bunch of accents, like some racy jokes here or there, and I was like, oh my god.
Like full on racy, or like the borderline ones where you're like,
borderline. It was never fully like just some like.
You could tell he was just trying to do it out of being funny, but it's like nobody found it funny.
Yeah, and it wasn't like even in like a way to be like, your friend, I already know what kind of people your friends are like, so I'm just like, fuck those kind of people. I'm just gonna be extra shitty. It wasn't anything like that, but like just there was that lack of just base level like common sense, I guess. Like even if you, I don't know, I feel like even if you don't fuck with people like that, or like somebody that's opposite of your beliefs, you're not just gonna be like a piece of shit from the very beginning, I would assume, unless they're like morally like really fucked up, like Sansa's or whatever, or they're piece of shit to them. By all means, like fuck Nazis.
Facts.
I mean, yeah.
Facts though.
Fuck Nazis. Fuck racists. You know, but like just base, like that's also common sense, like base level shit. You know, so it's like, I don't know, bro. You're just not gonna rock the boat just to rock the boat, especially when you're meeting someone's like friends and shit like that, or like meeting someone for the first time. You know, I feel like you're on your P's and Q's, so it's like,
I get that,
man.
I mean, he's like that when you guys were by just you two, right?
After a while, after a bit,
but you never once were like, bro, chill out. Like,
no, I was very much like, I'm not gonna police you all the time, but like, tune it down, like, you know, like it's a little, it could be a little much.
I was gonna say it'd be different if it was like you never said anything to him, so to him it was like, oh, at least cool with it, so I could be cool with it.
Y'all know, I'm pointing at the camera, y'all know that ain't gonna happen. I smacked Mikey upside the head when he made a fucking almost made an off the cuff joke. I remember. He knew like what he was doing, and the joke was that I was gonna be like, oh my god, but my oh my god has now evolved to just, what the fuck was that? All right, upside the head.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna ask him what it was.
I don't even remember what it was. I can't remember. I really can't.
Like, hey, what's that joke that Lee smacked you about?
Yeah, bro. Hell no. I
would have fought you.
We're at that
and then
point.
Said the joke.
We're at that point when it comes to like friends and like family and shit like that. Like, we're too old to be doing all that. Yo, what the fuck?
I remember
like, hell no.
I remember us having a conversation about this because, like, I know we talked about it on the podcast where we're kind of off cuff, like more so than we are now. Like, you know, back then we were like the typical online gremlins that were just saying shit just to say it.
Yeah. We were a typical Call of Duty lobby, minus like the really intense shit. I never said really fucked up shit, but but obviously we were a Call of Duty party lobby.
We grew out of it pretty quickly. I want to say
I was a Halo lobby for sure when I was a kid.
And I know that we've run into people since where they kind of were younger and they were in the same kind of boat where they would say the same types of jokes, and we're just so past it. We're like, bro, that's not even funny to us anymore.
Yeah, because they're just stale.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with like us being soft or snowflakes. It's just like there's no comedy behind it. Like it's dumb. Yeah.
So I remember specifically like one point it came down to just being like, bro, I don't want to be around them, and not because it's not that the jokes they're obviously not funny to me, but also I just don't want to be policing. I don't want to be that person being basically like a fucking parent, you know?
Yeah. So helicoptering people.
Yeah.
I think I did that recently at like Christmas or Thanksgiving or something like that. I was like, hey, yo, you guys aren't like saying all this shit or whatever, right? Like we're being really chill or like PC, you know, like at the base level or the very base of it. And they're like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. But like, they still like will say like soft A sometimes. And they're like, oh, well, we blah, blah, blah. Like I have a relative or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like sure.
Such a bullshit excuse.
If they let you say it, I'm not going to be like the person that's like not even part of that demographic and is more offended by it than the demographic itself. So I'm just like, if that's going to be what you're going to say, and they for sure gave you like their hall pass, by all means, but I'm not giving you my hall pass. If I catch any of you saying anything, I will fuck you up. Not actually, obviously, but I will be rude as hell. I will be a bitch. I will slap the side of your head.
What do you mean you have a golden ticket?
I have a golden ticket, dude. Lee knows. He gave it to us.
That's different.
I'm holding on to it. I think this is the year. I'm feeling good.
I gave both Richard and Steve. I forgot what it was for. They did something, and I was like, all right, sure. I give you guys one. We
didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, we did.
Just talking.
No, we did. I forgot what we did
do
for
something.
him.
I forgot what it was though, but it was like useful or helpful. I forgot what it was. I don't know, but yeah. So I was like, sure, you guys get one, and that was like
2 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say I felt like because we completely forgot.
No, it was last year. It wasn't 2 years ago.
It must have been like at the beginning of the year because there's like I don't remember shit.
It's been long and
that shit lives free in my head. I'm like,
yeah, Steve is the one fucking constantly saying, I'm gonna do it. I'm just like,
but then again, he jokes about it too. He's like, do it, use it. I'm like, no. I was like, I don't feel right doing it.
I tell them to do it so that I know they don't have one anymore. So I'm like, tight.
I don't know, dude. Feeling good this year.
Oh my god.
Anyway, back to the fucking peeves or whatever. Because like along with that incompetency that I was talking about, the main thing that I hate is like a lack of awareness of like yourself. It's just like, for example, like you're walking through a store, a mall or whatever, people just stopping in the middle of the freaking aisle or wherever you're going. Oh my god. And just having a conversation as if nobody else is trying to get past.
Bro, that shit pisses me off. Especially at like conventions or even tight spaces where there's like a big crowd. I'm like,
and it's just
I get pissed.
It annoys me because I'm like, that's NPC behavior to me. I'm just like, bro, there's people here. Go to the side if you really need to have, do something, have a conversation or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like that. Just again, it could go into the whole thing of drivers just being stupid. It's just a lack of being considerate towards other people is just what annoys me, I think, the most out of anything. I don't know.
I feel like it's also a lack of awareness because you're not aware of your surroundings. You're not like you're not being considerate, but you're also not like fully aware. I feel like if you're more aware, then you're a bit more considerate because you're aware of your surroundings.
Minds.
Yeah. I don't.
Adult minds.
It's too much.
At 25,
it's the least functional people.
I mean, you're not wrong, but whatever. At 25, like, I guess going with like, not. All right. I don't know how to transition to this, but I have a story that I just found out yesterday, but I was just thinking about it the whole time because I was just like, I've never done it. Stealing, everybody, I guess, at one point or another has maybe stolen like pack of gum or some stupid little shit. Some people go more daring and actually steal like merchandise. But
here's how you connect it. Pet peeve is people that don't admit to have stolen at least one thing in their life. Speaking of stealing, though, the story that Richard's bringing up right now.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Yesterday, my niece was telling me that my sister, she's in her process of getting finally a green card, so which is pretty much almost done hopefully by the end of the year, if not in a few months.
Very cool.
She'll have it.
She can travel.
Mm-hmm. And I guess they ran a background check like one final time or something to make sure that obviously she hasn't done anything or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently back in 1998, it's been a while, it's almost 30 years, she got arrested for stealing. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what did you do?
How old was she?
That's a good question. She had to be like 25.
Oh, she was above 18.
Oh, yeah, 20s? Oh, I was thinking like 16 or some shit.
No,
that wouldn't pop up. Your record gets washed.
Gotcha.
Somewhere around there. I could be wrong. But anyway, she said that when she went to Toys R Us, this was at the time where she had Maria, my niece, and her brother, and they were going along doing their thing, and as she was leaving, the things rang, right? The sensors or whatever. So they were like, what the hell? She was like, what happened? Like, in her mind, she was just like, oh, this thing is bugging out. The people come and they're like, what do you have? Like, you have something on you, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no. And as they're looking through her things, like she's looking through her stuff, there's a there's a plushie of Lala from Teletubbies in her purse.
Oh my god.
And she's like, god. What? Like, oh, I swear, I don't know how that got in there. It must have been one of the kids or whatever that just, kind of threw it in there.
Right.
And they didn't believe her for shit. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to have to take you into the office, blah, blah, blah. They took her. They asked for her ID, which she didn't have at the time because, she's just immigrated or whatever. And she was like, I don't have an ID. They're like, we're going to have to call the cops. Cops come. They arrest her. They take her into the cop car. The whole time, both of the kids are crying, screaming because they're like, "Oh fuck, it's a scary situation." She's getting grilled for, basically trying to get a confession out of her. She gets in the cop car. The cops are assholes, and they start fucking singing the Teletubbies song on the way to the fucking police station.
What the fuck?
That's so hilarious.
I'm like fucked up. She gets in.
I mean, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but it's like obviously she came out of it, right? She gets thrown in jail. She gets out. I think she paid bail or something like that. I forget exactly what happened, and she ended up going to court for it. And it's so stupid because the judge was like, "What are you doing here? It's a stupid little plushie doll that's worth like maybe $20 max." And the whole thing just supposedly got dismissed, expunged, dismissed, whatever the term is, where it's
dismissed,
like thrown out. The case got thrown out.
Oh, got you.
That's
but
dismissed,
it still appeared on like a federal level for whatever the fuck reason, which is stupid.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So that's why she's
charging your sister with a felony
for a fucking doll. And the whole time I was just like, bro,
that makes sense around that time, though, because people were getting fucking sent life to jail for like not even a full gram of weed.
I don't know if that. I don't know if that correlates.
In today's society, like that looks stupid because it's like all these people got their lives ruined because like a fucking
yeah.
And it's like for her, it's like this affect her because of something so stupid.
Yeah. So, but luckily, at least state wise, it doesn't show up on it anymore. So she just has to get that cleared up, and she's basically getting a letter from the court saying like, hey, this has been dismissed, expelled, whatever the fuck. So that's gonna clear up her shit, and she should be good going forward. But it was just funny to me because I was like, she almost got into a lot of trouble over a fucking Lala doll, and then I told that story to my mom, like saying like, hey, do you remember this? And she's like, yeah. And then she started telling me stuff about my dad stealing. And one of the things apparently that's like always ingrained in her head is apparently he went to Vallarta, which is like a Mexican market around here in California. And he went to the seafood department. They have like little bags of shrimp. And the dude took a bag of shrimp and hid it in his pocket. And the guy's just like, I guess he noticed, like the guy behind the counter, he's just like, hey, don't be doing that.
Oh my God.
He's just like, what? He's like, just put it back. I won't say anything. He's just like, okay. He just puts it back. But I was, I don't know. It made me laugh because I was just like, what stupid shit, you could get in trouble for. But it's just us little lack. It's one of those things where you're like, it won't hurt. you know?
Right.
Right.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, I've honestly, I've never stolen. Like, not at my jobs. I've never like came up on something. One time, I think like, and it was like, one time like I went to 7-Eleven and like I had bought some stuff and I was for some reason just carrying something and I was like, oh shit. And I literally walked back inside and I told the guy, I was like, hey, I didn't pay for this. He was like, it's okay, just go. I was like, okay. But I was like, wow. I didn't like take it like on purpose. He was just like, you're fine, just go. I was like, you're having a bad day.
I've had moments like that, but like at stores. Remember recently we were returning a carpet rug doctor because we had a carpet cleaning job. Mm-hmm. And we were returning one. I was gonna buy a bag of Takis and I'm just walking out with it because they were like, oh, the bottom is still dirty. So when we were first there and I had the bag, then we walked out because we had to like quickly clean it because we were fucking done. We were exhausted from the day. And I didn't realize that I had it in my hand and I was like, okay. Toss that bitch in the car and I was like, snacks for later. And then the other time that it happened, I was with a friend or a couple friends and we went to the mall and I think she was at one of my friends. She was at Forever 21 and we were all kind of done shopping. She just wanted to buy something real quick. And I was like, these glasses are cute. So I put them on. And then as we're like, I was going to buy them. So I had them on and then I think she said something or something happened. So I lifted the glasses up. I put them on my head and I just walked out with them. I didn't even realize up until like walked right past the scanners and everything. Nothing went off because I was taller than the scanners, I think, because it was on top of my head and the tag, I guess, was like covered by a beanie or my hair or whatever. Because it was one of those like thin tagged ones that are just like taped onto the little fucking thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I walked out and I was like, I was just fixing my hair or something. And then I was like, oh shit. Nice. Looked at my friend. She's like, you stole those? I was like, not on purpose. She's like, you should go return them. I'm like, you know what? Already in the car.
You know what I did once? Fucking Steve, back when we were at Target. It's stupid. This is when I wouldn't eat for whatever the fuck reason. And I was feeling like low blood sugar. And I was like, fuck, I need something right now. So I went to where the candy is. And I just grabbed a pack of gummy worms and I just started eating them right there. And I was just like, fuck it, I'll pay for them on my break. I didn't pay for them. I was paranoid for like a week. Like, they're going to fucking fire me over a pack of gummy worms.
No, we saw people get fired for stupid shit.
Yeah, so, dude.
Yeah.
And I saw.
You're probably in the blind spot.
I don't know, bro. I hope so.
Because the candy aisle had a blind spot. Yeah.
I hope so. But all I know is I was eating them on the way back, like, and at the electronics booth, I was just like, oh, don't faint. And what's it called? I saw a TikTok video where it's just like, because I guess stealing from Target is a big thing.
Yeah, it's like a very common thing.
We know because we work there, just how much people actually do steal. But, you know, everybody's like, it's a meme where everyone's like, oh, go through the self-checkout line to buy your stuff, but you only pay for like 6 out of your 10 items or whatever the fuck.
That's crazy.
And they were saying
That's
like,
fucking insane.
Yeah, they were saying like, oh, well, just be careful because Target is one of those places where they'll let you essentially steal and they'll build a case on you. And then once you hit a certain amount that you've stolen, that's when they'll actually go after you. I thought it was like $1,000. Was it not
25? It's more. It's more because that way they can wipe the bill for calling the cops and stuff like that.
I was gonna say it has to be bigger too because if they're gonna go through something, they might like go through collections, and a collection agency is gonna go with something higher than a K because let's just say I have experience.
Oh my goodness.
With that. Oh, you know what? No, never mind. I can say it because I didn't get in trouble for this guy's fuck up. I don't know who taught him how to do it, but
hypothetically, this is all satire.
This happened, but like what I'm gonna say, like this happened, but not like anything that's gonna be like in trouble. But somebody
I got a free
taught
game from Lee.
somebody taught a coworker of mine how to return something and get something new, and like the price equal out, or you're paying less for. And the way GameStop works is if it's a new product and you return it, because it's defective, GameStop gets money for that. The company or the producer, the developers, whoever, they pay for it because it's a bugged product. It's not good and it's faulty. And then GameStop, what you do is you send it out to go get checked, and if it's all fine, then it's shipped back to stores and then sold pre-owned for the most part. Or you could just if you have enough time, if it's a really slow day, you would test it out. But even that, most people don't even do that shit, or didn't do that shit. So because of that, he realized, my coworker realized that you can return product and GameStop still gets the money. But if you want to, and you're returning a new product because it's broken or it doesn't work, or according to you it doesn't work, you can go and get a cash refund back if you want instead, or depending on how you bought it. So he was getting some money. Don't know who taught him that. don't know who taught him that. I don't know why that coworker did that, because he ended up getting caught because the dumbass traded in a game, and it was what the fuck, fucking the new Call of Duty, right? Whatever, something like that. And on the inside, it was fucking Guitar Hero 3 for the 360, and it was an Xbox One game.
Sick
box. And I was like, damn, you're dumb. Damn, you're dumb as shit. And that basically turned them into like looking into the store, looking into like the paperwork and stuff like that. And I guess when he did that, so now here we are. So I got in trouble because he did a return like that while I was on the clock, and he was doing the return, and I actually like walked next to him and was just like shooting the shit. And like, because I was so close and because I wasn't paying attention, like how I should have been. Yeah, it looked like I was a part of it. So then they like looked at my numbers because of that, and they're like, oh, why does Lee have so many discounts? Because you can just put in discounts at GameStop. Like, it's just so fucking easy to do it. But obviously, if you do it a lot, you get in trouble. So I did it a decent amount, obviously for friends and family, because family does get a discount. But like, I did it for friends, and I might have maybe given a little like extra 10% on top of the percentage that they give you for family. But I also did it a lot for my coworkers, because you're supposed to just do it automatic. Like coworkers get that percentage off. But you know, like you would ask a coworker when you're working with someone, they're like, hey, can you give so and so my discount or whatever? And you know, you just do it. Sometimes it's faster to just type it in the discount than get their number, type in the code or whatever, try to scan. It's like, it's faster. So my shit equated to $1,000 according to them. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it jumped from like collection agency to collection agency. And it just disappeared because the value was so small. And if you send out a letter that is a cease and desist letter to a company, it's like a thing. I don't even know the law. My friend and I found it, and because she had the same thing happen to her. She sent the letter out and they stopped responding, and it, like, as time went on, just kind of dissipated. So I did the same thing, and I found the letter and I sent it, and then they sent one more letter. So then I sent a follow-up, I think email or something or some shit. I sent like one more, like, did you not get the other one? And I sent them like a screenshot of like the mail or whatever. And yeah, no responses. And then when I like looked at my credit account or whatever, yeah, there's no collection file out on me or anything like that. Once you put that letter, I think that stays with the amount. And so anybody that contacts you is then liable for that contact that they made. They're not supposed to. So, but it's a small amount, hence why nobody ever really like pushed back, because it's only a K. Nobody's gonna pay a K back for the most part. No one's gonna want to do all that work just to get a K from someone, you know. It's like,
I don't know, dude. Some guy owes me a 1K. I'm gonna be like, hey, I need that.
Hey, an agency, a person, yes, I get that. But an agency where they like get someone that like Steve said, 2.5 for fucking Target, get the Target one. Fuck the fucking 1K GameStop one. What the fuck is he gonna do? He don't got a job.
True. So we support stealing from big companies. Good job.
Oh, yeah. If I learned anything from Saltburn, it was eat the rich.
True though.
If you're gonna steal, start like a tab of like how much you're stealing, so that way you know when to stop.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're ahead, or stop before you get ahead.
Yeah, like if you feel like it's getting too easy, maybe you should stop.
Yeah,
I don't condone it, but if you gotta do it, everybody gotta eat. Look at San Francisco; they do that shit,
bro,
as a sport now.
Well, where was it? There was a In-N-Out.
She got a term.
There was an In-N-Out, I think in Bakersfield or something like that. That's they're closing because
Oklahoma.
No,
Oakland.
No, Oakland. Yeah, I guess so. They're closing
like
because
Oklahoma.
of like.
Yeah, I was like, no, I was like fucking. I was like, no, it's Oakland.
Yeah, they're closing because of too much people stealing and also just crime rate, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, it's not a good location for it.
A Starbucks?
No, an In-N-Out.
No, In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. Why do I think Starbucks?
In-N-Out's never closed anything, right?
As far as I know, I don't know. Maybe they could have closed.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. They're just
stealing
like
from Starbucks. It's just money, right? I would assume they steal only the money. Like, what would you steal from Starbucks?
I mean, people can steal the cups and flip them.
Yeah.
Like, look at the lady who just got caught stealing Stanley Cups.
Oh yeah, did you see that? What's it called?
Yeah.
It was like, fuck, I don't even remember how much they said. It was just a shit ton of Stanley Cups, which are so stupid, by the way. In my opinion, they look so ugly, but whatever. Yeah, it was just a bunch of them, and it was like worth like around 3K or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 3, almost 4K, some shit like that. And she got caught.
She got caught, and it's just like, okay, well, she's going to jail for a bit. But yeah, no, fuck Stanley Cups. I'm gonna die on that hill.
What? I don't even think I've seen them before. I mean, I've seen the Stanley Cup. I think it looks cool, but if we're talking about like an actual cup dedicated, like the theme cups, I don't even know what it looks like. That I'm not, you know, a stickler for.
What is it? A fucking cups. What's the animal on the cup?
I don't know. A deer?
Like a fucking griffin?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I didn't even know they had a mascot or something.
White.
Yeah.
It's like a griffin.
I thought it was a deer because I was like, that's some shit.
A horse with wings, bro.
That hunters would use or some shit.
Pegasus. That's the word.
A horse with wings.
I was like a Pegasus. That shit Hercules rides.
I was gonna say you didn't watch Hercules,
Pegasus.
bro.
That's on the Stanley Cup or on the cups that they.
That's on the Stanley Cup.
Oh.
Wait. We're not talking about the Stanley Cup as in like NHL.
Oh.
That's
what I thought we were talking about.
No, bro. Stanley Cup as in the fucking drinking cup, the popular drinking cup.
It's a brand. It's called Stanley.
Stanley Cup 40 ounce? Is that like something?
I guess the popular one. That's the one with the handle.
Oh.
This dude here.
Yeah, there you go, you basic white girl.
This dude thinking about the Piston Cup.
That's why I was like, the Stanley Cup, where we don't like this. Look at the Stanley Cup looks cool. I was like, the statue.
I was like, when did we ever talk about sports? We've talked about sports once on this podcast, maybe.
That's why when you said, because it's hockey season, so that's why I was
talk about it. It's still football season. Shut your mouth.
What the fuck? But the Kings just lost like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they've lost every single game.
I see. Why are you yelling?
Fuck them.
My point is that there is hockey season or whatever. It happened or it was happening. So that's why I was like, Stanley Cup, that makes sense, you know, like, and when you said there's an animal, I was like, there's an animal in a Stanley Cup. I was like, is it around the bowl? Is it like an eagle holding it or something? Or when you said there's like an animal, I was like, is there something prowling on like?
That's so funny that you actually like didn't register it though, because it's like it's such a fucking thing right now.
I've seen these. I've seen these everywhere. I just didn't know that there was a name. I just assumed people are just buying similar taste or similar.
No, dude, it's a thing. Yeah. Like I saw some girl like she went to Sephora or some shit. Well, okay, first of all, it's a big like Gen Z, this newer, younger generation thing.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that's what Hydro
Flasks were a thing also, right?
Yeah, that was our generation.
But
I have one.
And anyway, with the whole Stanley Cup, it's a new thing for this generation, whatever. And everyone's kind of like hating on it because obviously they're huge and they're honestly unnecessary for the most part. For most people, it's just big and ridiculous looking.
Why?
What?
It's huge.
I mean, okay, well, I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's basically a Hydro Flask, but the difference is that you get a straw that's like a screw top and you get the handle. I like it having a handle, not gonna lie. Like, it's almost like a Hydro Flask is like an iPhone without a pop socket, and then a Stanley Cup is an iPhone with a pop socket.
The Hydro Flask has a handle top.
Yeah.
Does it? Do they? I thought they just had like just the bottle.
They come with the regular one. Do I have to pull mine out?
Oh my god! Yeah, sure.
I have mine too.
Like, he has a little. He has a little.
I have a smaller one.
I have a. Yeah, I'm not much.
Yeah, I would
most
want.
of them come with different ones.
I want a handle. You know, I'd want like something like I'd want a Stanley Cup if I had to choose.
Well, we'll wait on this dude.
Let's see.
Like that.
Oh! I have seen this thing before.
But the hype of like Hydro Flask back then was stickers. Like,
I think
sticker your Hydro Flask.
I think I like the Stanley Cup more just because you can hold it while you're drinking it.
I've seen everybody who like cups it, like grabs it, and they're like carrying 1,000 shit and holding onto it like that. And I'm like, everybody who owns one has completely removed the purpose of the handle. The handle's just to grab and drink, like a fucking like a beer mug.
Oh,
it's just a thing that's like you only see like hype. Dads using it back in the day, or you know, people who like go out and hunt or some shit. You know, it's just very rugged looking, but somehow it's become this girly pop thing nowadays. Gotcha. And it's just like, all right, whatever. You know,
girly pop.
As, you know, it's like whatever.
Disco girl thing.
Exactly. It's just a little trend thing. At least that's what I thought. But I guess it's becoming a staple of bratty, privileged, you know, little girls or whatever.
Oh my god, it is the new Visco World Cup. Crazy.
Yeah. So I say that because I saw a TikTok of this girl saying that she went to Sephora, and she was looking for this specific like lip tints, whatever the hell it was. I don't know. And she couldn't find it, but then she looked like in some corner or whatever, and she found it. It was like this popular one, whatever. And she's like, oh my god, like I found it, blah, blah, blah. Like she said it out loud. And a little girl had to be like maybe 12 or 13 years old, was also in the store. And she turned around and she's like, oh my god, is that blah, 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 blah? You know, the whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, it is. And she's like, oh, can I give it to me? Like they didn't even ask, like, oh, give it to me. And she's just like, no, I want to buy it, but we can see if there's another one. And she's like, I don't want another one, I want that one. And what's it called? She's just like, no, like, you know, I'm just gonna ask somebody else or whatever. And then because she didn't get her way, she had her fucking big ass Stanley Cup and just smacked her in the fucking chest with it. It's like, you know, it didn't.
The little girl.
The little girl hit
the little girl with the cup.
Yeah, the little girl had the Stanley Cup, hit the big. I'm guessing she's like 20 years old. Hit the adult with it, and obviously as an adult, you know, you can't just go and swing on a 12-year-old.
Bro, I would have throw that bitch over the aisles like you're about to fly. Wait, my question is, why do you have makeup in your For You page?
It was just drama. That's all it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
it wasn't like
why are you in the beauty community?
It was just drama because they were specifically talking about the
Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and people. I was just like, you know, I like
the Stanley Cup persona.
I like story times every now and then.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't even interact with me for the most part. Yeah. If I don't know you and I'm holding something that's yours, boo fucking who, bitch. That would have been for my answer.
It wasn't hers.
Good reason here or whatever. Like, I'm sorry, you should have been here earlier.
My little sister has one. She got one for Christmas, and yeah, she just runs around everywhere with it. I'm like, you don't. I was like, dude, like,
she said she got it for Christmas. Oh my god, it's a fucking gift option.
Oh no, it's a gift option.
It is, bro. Yeah,
bro, it's 40. It's like $50,
bro.
After tax,
for that shit, you're buying it yourself. I'm not spending money and buying you a fucking water bottle.
So here's the funny part. I mean, I would rather have my kid ask for something that's gonna influence him to drink more water than to ask for something stupid.
I don't even think they're putting water in that bitch. That's why I'm like,
she is. No, that she is. She's like, all she does is drink water out of it. But that's the only cup she uses for water. It's so fucking dumb. But hold on, wait. Bro, so let me tell you this. And I started laughing. I was cracking up because my mom was like, "What's the hype on these things?" And I was like, "Her friends are coming today, right? They're gonna go to school together." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Pay attention to them." All these little girls had a fucking Stanley Cup. All of them. They went to school with their cup.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I feel so bad for the teachers because they're dealing with that bullshit.
I mean, it literally is just Hydro Flask for this new generation.
It's just a Hydro Flask. It's just a generation, yeah.
But
how goofy! I feel like people.
And then,
I feel like people like. Is it mostly women? Mostly
yeah. It's a girly thing. Okay. Look at all the influencers you watch. Yeah, look at all the influencers you watch, or like the big like girl side of TikTok. They're all like with their Hydro Flask. They're like, oh, something hydrate, and then they fucking pull a big ass cup, and they all have a Stanley Cup.
So my thing is, I think it's just a matter of like talking, like when you're like interacting with people and you have one in your hand. It's just kind of it's like something. It's kind of like, I don't know,
like this.
Yeah, like have you guys like
they're talking and they're like that. They're not even drinking on it. It's 90% is probably empty.
Like, have you guys seen how people, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like when you have something in your hand, for the most part, it's like you use it more like,
I get that.
Part of the conversation.
It's like when girls are talking and they're holding their phone out and they're like this.
Phone, a clutch, long nails. Sure. Like it just kind of like, it becomes part of the conversation. So I feel like with that, I feel like that just fulfills that need of like being a part of the conversation.
But it's just an aesthetic thing.
It's an aesthetic.
It's what it is. It's just, big ass fucking water bottle because you want to appear healthy or right, or like at least self-conscious about it enough. Right?
All the gym girls I know, like, or that like I follow and like we're friends and stuff, like anytime they're taking a photo of them at the gym, it's just their keys in their hand and then the Stanley Cup right in front of them. Like it's just an overshot of the Stanley Cup. I'm like, I don't care. But it's the aesthetic of it. Then
I get it though.
Of course. It's cute. It's the same thing as the Hydro Flask thing. It was a huge thing.
It is cute. I mean, like I said, if it was cheaper, sure, but I'm not spending $45.
That's funny because that was literally our generation of like the Hydro, and people were like,
because the Hydro,
why do you get that? It's so stupid. And it's like, no, but it's worth it.
Yeah, because the Hydro Flasks are like also like $60, $80 depending on the 30, size.
Yeah,
depending on the size. And
30, I feel like kind of makes sense. That I will be like a little bit more.
Well, 30 is like the little tumbler.
Okay, no, it has to be the size of yours.
This one was like, I think this
mine was like 40.
This is a 32 ounce.
Mine was like 40 or $50.
This one was like 35, 30, like $40 basically after tax. Yeah, but in my defense, it's got its worth. I use it on a daily basis. I dented it.
I mean, I feel like for you it makes sense. For people that are like fit, like active, it makes sense. You know,
or just drink water.
I use mine for work.
Yeah. And he has a little straw, so it makes so much more sense. I wish I had that. I always forget to buy one.
I have this thing with like using a straw like throughout the whole day, or like a drinking utensil throughout the whole day. Like if I ever got a Stanley Cup, I'd like constantly be cleaning the straw. Because I don't know if you guys like,
that makes sense.
Just kind of
like opening bacteria in the air.
Like not to
because like
not to be like it. My breath smells or anything, but like after a while, it just kind of gets like that smell of like, oh, it's just dried up saliva. You're just constantly drinking it. It kind of gets a little bit of a smell, not a bad one, but it's just like, oh, that's obviously like drinking smell, or like lips have been.
But if you don't, also if you don't clean it right, it can grow mold and shit, and it's just like, I forget.
That's bad for you.
Also with the Stanley Cups, that's the main thing too, because you see how it has like that little black slide thing on top or whatever the cover. Yeah, I guess there's an under part of that where if realistically people aren't cleaning there because, and a lot of people just don't pay attention to it. There's like, there was somebody that took it off and it was just mold, like green fucking mold. And it was just
like
gross.
Actual mold,
Yeah, it was fucking disgusting. And it was just like,
I feel like if you're going to have this, like a really expensive water bottle, you're going to go through the extra mile of like,
I washed it. I even bought like the thing to clean it because I was like, I can't stick my hand inside the fucking hydro. So like I washed my Like,
dude,
stop.
Oh my god, perfect thumbnails. That's 2
Like, my
thumbnails.
hand
Thanks.
Day 2.
It's like you get on your hands just cramped. You're like, oh.
do that inside.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I have the ways to like clean it. Cause same thing, it could build a lot of fucking like mold, and it's disgusting. Like,
right.
But I clean mine. I would lie if I said I clean it every day. I clean it like maybe every 2-3 days.
I get that.
I mean,
that
if you're the only one using it, who cares?
Yeah,
right?
But I also make sure that if I'm gonna use it, and while like I don't leave water in it. So like the water I have in right now, that's like water from like a few hours ago, from like a filtered from work, and then I'll kill it, and then I'll leave it empty, and then I wash it tomorrow. But yeah, basically, because I also have a thing of like stale water. Like I feel like when water stays inside in whatever for too long, it gets a weird taste.
Yeah, no,
even if it's in my fucking hydro flask, it's a weird taste.
But I also really like cold water. And
it does a good job of keeping it cold.
Room temperature water. Fucking disgusting to me. That's
like, unless I'm making home coffee, my water better be cold.
I like room temperature water. I don't mind it.
Serial killer.
It's more like on the colder side, obviously, but it's not like refrigerator cold or ice cold.
Love refrigerator cold.
What was the Texas Massacre? Ed Gein or whatever? What's his name?
Who?
What's the guy? The actual Texas Chainsaw guy?
I don't know, dude. I genuinely don't know. Bubba.
It's like no, it's like Ed Gein or some shit like that, I think.
Ed Sheeran?
No. Serial killer vibes, dude. Warm water? You know, plastic?
It's not warm. It's not warm. It's not warm. It's like
lukewarm.
It's not even warm. It's cold. It's cool. Kidding, yeah. It's cold. Yeah.
It's not temperature.
Cold. I want to say cold, but
like, would you drink a room temp like water bottle like on a hot summer day?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No. You're fine then.
The only reason why the only reason why I would do that is if there is no other like water option in the house. Like if I'm like super dehydrated for whatever reason.
Unless we're on vacation, like we don't drink water ever.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But if there's like we're fiending for water, like especially the morning after, we're like,
bro, I just drank out of the fucking sink.
It's like
I gotta hydrate.
You're like, I finished one and then I have a little bit of this one and there aren't any left. I'm like, can I have the rest of that? Sure.
It's like, no, I'm thirsty.
Like we're all dying, just trying to get any
just a little cap of water like that's left, and you just like
everybody
splitting it in between. Everybody gets a lick. Fucking hell. All right.
It's like, don't dip your tongue too deep.
Don't touch the bottom.
All right.
It's too much water. Give me that.
What's it called? Okay. It's your guys' call. I don't know if we want to head into final regards / Rex, because last episode we said that we were gonna give our song. I don't know how else to transition to this. Our song that we would want played at our funerals.
That's such a fucking dark turn.
If you don't clean the mold off of your hydro flask and or Stanley Cups, that can lead to death. And if you're gonna die, what kind of song would you want to play? Would you want to play at your funeral? Our songs are.
Okay, so I was just wondering if you want to make it a separate topic or not.
Well, we're already here, babe.
All right, you go first.
I don't know. I actively tried to think, and I was like, God, I don't really know what song that really like connects, like that has always connected. And if it's a song that I've liked that just kind of sticks around, it's usually not like a funeral appropriate song at all, you know? So that's why I'm like, I don't really know. I couldn't think of one. I feel like it would be a playlist of different songs maybe, but even then I still don't even know what songs. I feel like that's like the hardest part. Do you want to have a celebration of your life, or do you want to remembrance of your life?
I feel like sad songs would make everybody cry more than they already probably are. Right. And it's like, I don't know. Picking a sad song sounds corny.
Yeah, but realistically, it's like
our brain falls under like, what's appropriate for this?
I also don't want like high heels on my tippies, and it's like, and I'm just there in my little box because I'm cremated.
It's just a fucking song of getting your butthole spread and showing. No, like fuck. I'm talking about like fucking Sexy Red like talks about her brown butthole in her songs. Actually,
gotcha. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that.
Don't listen to Sexy Red, but yeah, there's like a bunch of
baby daddy.
There's like a bunch of songs that I'm like, it like I wouldn't mind that being played, but it's also like, would I want my people to cry or would I want them to be happy? So I have no idea. It was pretty tough. I thought about a lot of different artists. I couldn't really pin one down, honestly, but I thought about the vibe. I'm still deciding on the vibe. So, okay. But yeah, what about you guys,
Steve?
Fuck. If I don't know, dude. That's tough. That honestly, it is hard.
Mac Miller, wouldn't it? I feel like you'd put.
It would for sure be something Mac Miller.
Yeah. I feel like it would be like a Mac Miller thing. I don't know which one.
Or even like a fucking like Post Malone.
Post Malone, I feel like I feel like Mac Miller would be closer to the number one spot on your list than Post Malone.
for sure.
So
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it had to be like a Mac Miller song. I'm like
that bass, like I don't know, man. I gotta really think about it.
Play the whole album. I
mean, you could
have people sit there and play the album.
I mean, you totally could. It's a whole fucking service. Services can be an hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes.
Bro, I want my shit to be like 15 minutes tops.
That's not
in and out. Pay your respect.
It depends. I guess it kind of depends. I feel like I guess if you're going to the viewing, there's a lot of like options.
I guess Steve has already said he wants to get cremated, though.
Yeah, I want to be cremated. I don't want to get. Wait, I want what?
You said you wanted to get cremated. There's no viewing.
Yeah, I want to get cremated.
I feel like I would still see. That's my thing. Is that I told mom
there are some in some places where they allow you to like view it.
Yeah, I told my mom that even though I want to be cremated, I don't want anyone. I don't want a viewing for my dead body. I want a viewing for the
cremation.
Urn. Yeah, I want a viewing. I want a viewing of like just me in an urn, and then you guys can just look at a nice piece of pottery that has my dust in it,
with pictures of you,
and then just little essence on the side.
Play that on my room. Pictures of you, pictures of me.
Might as well just play fucking play photograph, dude.
Song of what we used to be.
Look at this photograph.
No.
Something makes me laugh.
What's that really popular U2 song that would release? Okay, I have a better question. Here because we're having trouble picking our own. If we had to pick each other's songs, what songs would it be?
Fuck, that's hard because we don't know like genre wise.
Artist.
Well, Mac Miller for you or Drake, but Drake would have to be like some sad shit like Marvin's Room.
If you played a Drake song at my fucking viewing,
hell yeah, bro.
I would haunt you for the rest of your life.
Nah, what you mean?
Be like, bro, this guy was depressed. No wonder he died.
Just start playing Jumpman, dude.
Fuck.
I don't know what it would be for Richard. I feel like for Steve it's easier. For Richard, it's a little complicated.
For Richard, I would pick. As much as he loves Tame Impala, it would be Daft Punk.
Oh, you know what?
I did think of one. You're right. Yeah. Actually, two by Daft Punk.
I feel like I would do Tame Impala. You could do the Daft Punk one. I feel like I would go with the Tame Impala song. Don't know which one, but
what about for Lee?
I know one for Tame Impala too. I have like 6 that I could pick right now.
Yeah, like I know which one I would go off.
For Lee,
I would be listening to the segments about.
That's hard. That's a little harder. Because you're K-poppy. I can't just fucking blast a K-pop song out of nowhere.
Exactly.
It'd be an anime intro.
Okay.
No.
Jesus.
It'd be
honestly,
like,
I don't know. Like, you are very jumpy in music, so it's like...
It just had to be like one of those songs that you've shown... Because the thing about you is like, you're not artist bound. Like, the closest we've been to artists that you really endorse nowadays is like Renee Rapp and Olivia Rodrigo. I haven't listened to either enough to know exactly like what to pick off of that. So I don't know. Going back to your older suggestions, I know that there's some sad songs in there. So I'm just like, I'd probably pick something off of that.
No, I think if it was a sad song, just because like I grew up listening to that song because of my dad. What was it? I fucking mentioned it. We were talking to Eyesight about this. Let me find it. Wish You Were Here. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. By Pink Floyd.
Coldplay Scientist. Actually, I like that song.
That's a good song.
That's a good song.
That'd be yours. What about you, Rich? If you had to pick a sad song,
sad. If I want to have a sad song, I feel like that would be the one. Coldplay Scientist. That song is pretty sad for me.
Yeah, that's a good song. Damn.
Yeah.
Can be Spanish. It's too easy for you.
I was gonna say I have a Spanish one just in case.
I do too, but I would just play it.
No, not fucking. Hell no.
I'll be like,
I'll come back and haunt you for sure.
I'll be like, you died, and now you're gonna listen to this as your last song.
If this knock on wood, if this happens and you actually do go with Daft Punk, Something About Us by Daft Punk will always be my number one song.
Yeah.
Tame Impala, it'd be oh my god, why the fuck am I forgetting the name? We'll come back to that one. The one that I was thinking of is by Avenged Sevenfold. It's a song called Fiction. It was written by their late drummer, who died in 2011, something around there. He wrote he wrote the song literally about him dying and how he wants everybody to continue even if he does die. This was all right before he died.
Before he even knew he died, yeah.
I don't know. Everybody's saying like he felt it coming or something, and right before he died, he left that as like a parting gift for them, and was like, "Oh, that's fucked up." So
yeah,
that one. The Spanish song that I was thinking was "No Hay Novedad." What's it called? I think it's like a classic Spanish,
a classic Spanish song.
A classic Spanish song that like you play at funerals, you play at what's it called?
I know the song.
You know, you kind of cry to that shit with a few chelas and
get a few in you and then you start playing.
But it still has that overall feeling of like it's okay, we'll go on type of thing. Like
what about a Frank Sinatra song for Lee?
I see them bloom.
Frank Sinatra. You want that voice? No. I see tree.
That's not Frank.
And then Tame Impala, Sun's Coming Up. That's the song I was thinking of. That's a good one. Anyway.
Nice.
I have too many.
Well, you are the musical one out of the three of us, so it makes sense.
We'll make a mixtape for you.
It checks out.
All right. Well, I guess we just go on from here. Last regards, recommendations, whatever you've been obsessed with, besides whatever the hell's gonna be playing at the point of your
funeral.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's crazy.
We'll start with Lee. Ew.
I actually brain farted because I think I was gonna say something. I guess I'll just go with music then because brain no good. What the fuck? My Spotify's not been working on my PC lately. Okay, first song is gonna be Why Did You, okay, it's kind of sad a little bit, just heads up. Why Did You Invite Me to Your Wedding by Kevin Atwater. You know what's funny, Steve? I do have long song titles.
Yeah, I've been telling you. You thought I was joking? No.
I'm like looking at my songs. I mean, there's that one. American
it's like
Horror Show.
All your songs are sentences.
Wet White T-shirt.
It's very Midwest. Like
it is
every Midwest song has long ass song titles like this.
Because I liked a boy.
Because you
Can you hear? Oh my god.
It's just a book at this point.
Say Can You Hear? Come on, Say Can You Hear is a good song.
There's at least 3 to 4 words per like song title. I feel like I have a lot of song titles that are just one worded, but
no, because you know what it is like some of them are like full on sentences. It's like
yeah, it's like I have to look up like why didn't you invite me to your wedding?
Like is it a song title or a Google search? You decide.
Kevin Atwater.
It's like no matter what, if I even look it up on Google, something's gonna come up.
It's true.
You know, there was somebody who looked that up.
But it's by Kevin Atwater. Yeah,
I've always liked songs with this type of like just guitar.
He did the song as a TikTok based off of like this exact like the first lyrics. And fuck. Fuck.
It's a cute song.
It's really cute, but it's really like sad for me because I feel like I can relate, not to like specifically what he goes through, but the overall like, why did you invite me to your wedding? Because I can see that exact sentence, thought, feeling popping up in my life, if not pretty soonish or whatever, for like different people in my life that I might have had some type of relationship with or situationship or whatever. And it's just like, why did you even bother doing that? That's kind of weird. And I can think of a couple people that it was very obvious that there was more feelings than just we fucking because we went to Faye. It was more than that. So it's like, why would you even invite me? That just feels like for your own sake and not for mine. I mean, I get it, it's your wedding, but still, it's
weird.
Kind of shitty. Yeah, it's kind of shitty.
That's weird.
But it's weird. But also, I would be bummed, and this song really like kind of encapsulates that kind of feeling. So this one's good. I like this one. And then the other song is "Bubbly" by Good Kids. Or Good Kid. And the best part, Richard can play this one because it's not copyrighted.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it.
Why?
Don't do it. He's been non-stop.
I know, yeah.
About Good Kid. I love Good Kid.
No,
hey,
about like
unless they're gonna shout us out in their fucking videos or whatever.
I mean, it's a great band. Yeah, it's a great band. They're cool. And I think they're supposed to be touring, and they're going to be out here at some point. So I might want to. I might check them out. So
I'm down to go. Good band.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you think it'd be fun, huh?
I'll be like, hey, my friend talks about you a lot on our podcast, but we don't get anything out of it.
I like that though, because Lee doesn't get into as many artists as us, so that's good for him. Yeah, that's
true. So yeah, you know what? I'm sorry I yucked your yum, dude. I apologize.
I hope you drop a weight on your toe.
I hope you scrape your knee at work.
I feel like I can live with that.
Not when like everything's all wet and soaked, and you're running around in like wet, soaked shorts
with my knee.
Knowing you,
holding my shorts up so that it doesn't touch the blood.
I have a better one. I hope you drop all the dirty water on yourself.
I'm gonna get Bell's palsy
again.
Jeez.
Don't drink it.
As for, I didn't drink it the first time, Steve. Jesus.
There's something in the water.
All right. For final regards, this is my fuck you this episode. The fuck you goes to Steve. The fuck you goes to Steve. Steve sucks. I don't know. You guys, he blows. Look at him. Yeah. As for actual final regards, I didn't really talk about anything like hyper philosophical today or anything like that I feel like is like really self-discover yourself and really look inwards.
Bro, I tell people to steal, just not an X amount.
Sometimes we get deep, sometimes we just like to talk shit and vent. That's it.
Final regards, eat the rich.
There you go.
And then if like I said earlier in the episode, if Salburn taught me anything, it's eat the rich.
Mm-hmm.
And sex is power.
Oh.
That's what also Salburn taught me.
Yeah.
Jake Lordy is baby girl and Renee Rapp is mother. Oh my god, they killed it on SNL. That's also part of my recommendations. Check out her performances on SNL. Fucking fantastic. It was so cool. And yeah, that's it, I guess.
Oh, go, Steve.
I hate that I have to say this, but a song that I will recommend is called One Night All Night by Justice and Tame Impala.
I had that one.
I was like, I've been bumping it, and I'm like, it's such a good song. And in my brain, I was like, fuck you, Richard.
Mm-hmm. It just released, by the way.
It released yesterday, yeah. But I've been blasting it.
No, it's just
a song.
This is
One Night,
it's just
all night.
A single. That's why it's like an album, whatever.
Gotcha.
But it's a good song.
Mm-hmm. Justice and by themselves, great fucking. Eat what is it? French House. What's it called? Artist.
It's one of those European beats.
Yeah, and then you add on Tame, Kevin Parker on that shit. Perfect blend.
I like how you have to call him by his name and not the band.
Because it's not him.
It doesn't say just his name. It says Tame Impala.
All right, fine. Use his alter ego then, because he's a one man.
I don't know, dude. I've seen more people on that stage.
Yeah, his friends playing the music he wrote. Anyway,
final regards. Fuck. Hopefully, you guys never have to decide your own song for death.
Do it.
But
no, you should. It's very important. Make those plans. People will fight over that when they're trying to deal with your burial services.
Just don't play any music.
No, play music.
It's just
hell no.
If you're gonna be like Steven, it's only gonna be 15 minutes. It's like a drive-through window. Keep them in, keep them out.
Una vez más por Conjunto Primavera, and we're done.
Keep that shit rolling, dude.
Good one.
That's a good song.
But it depends on the person. Like
yeah.
I don't know. Everyone in my family we always have music. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Celebrate life. Don't cry over it.
Yeah.
That's my final regards.
Cool.
And please don't steal.
Unless it's from rich
people. But if you have to, then and I see you do it.
You didn't.
I saw nothing.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. I have two songs. I'll double down on that One Night All Night by Justice and Tame Impala. Good fucking song. And then the other one is from Starfucker, Open Your Eyes. I know they're popular. I've just been listening to it a lot more. Such a good fucking artist.
What's the name of the song?
Open Your Eyes.
Open Your Eyes.
It's very popular. I know that, but again, popular for a reason. It's a good fucking song. Really good fucking artist group. As far as like final remarks, final regards. Yeah. So like Steve said, celebrate life.
It's a good song,
right? It gives me what is their name? Empire of the Sun vibes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same like echoey voice.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it kind of has Empire of the Sun, and I feel like a little bit of the Killers vibe, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like in the riffs and stuff like that, but the
new Killer shit, I don't think they're old shit.
The like I don't know, yeah, the echo. I guess it feels like a little spacey. Like there's a lot of space too in general. Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Yes. Celebrate life. Prepare for it if you really want to. What's it called? Don't yuck yums. And common sense isn't so common. People are stupid. Just feel free to call them out on their stupidity sometimes. Maybe make them smarter. Hopefully, I don't know.
You're doing them a favor.
Yeah,
a stupid bitch.
A stupid bitch. But anyway, that's
I always say something when I'm playing games, but it backfires apparently. So
because he says it in a very mean way.
Yeah, he says it mean. He says it in a hurtful way.
When people were younger, they got slapped in their hands by their parents. So I do it the same exact thing to grown ass.
Yeah, you know what happened to those people? Their hands got stuck like this because they hit a nerve, and they're like that now forever.
And apparently, when I do it, I hit nerves too.
Dope.
Make sure you hit a nerve today, folks.
Don't.
We're heard from a friend.
Mind your business.
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
bye everybody.
Thank you for listening. What's it called? Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and check us out on our socials. We are streaming on Twitch regularly. I won't say exactly our schedules because we have very mixed schedules. But anyway,
ring the bell too.
Yeah.
On our YouTube channel, ring the bell so you get notified when we do upload. It is every Tuesday, but what if you forget? Or what if we make a community post? I don't know if we could do that. I don't think we can. Never mind. Just ring the bell so you know when we post shit. Because anyway. We post things that aren't just the podcast. So
we did it once, but we will do it more in the future. Do it again. Anyway,
this is a new year.
Yay. Anyway,
I'm still listening to it.
It's a good song.
I am too.
Anyway, thank you guys. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Choo.
Are you a bunny now?
Cho. No, I'm a fucking Power World bunny that's about to get sued by Nintendo.
They're not gonna get sued, dude. It's like impossible for them to sue.
Machine gun. Cho.
Jesus Christ.